Hi, I'm Judy Lynn. Welcome to the Monday Morning Shift. This is the first video of a series of 3, and in this video, I'm going to show you how you can gain control of any situation and never feel vulnerable again. Wouldn't that be cool? By the end of this video, you will know the number 1 step you have to take, which is key in saying goodbye to vulnerability. In order to gain control of any situation and never feel vulnerable again, you need to first recognize that vulnerability is indeed what you are experiencing. Vulnerability feels unsafe, uncontrollable, threatening, even scary, right? Look at what happens to an animal when they feel vulnerable. Something disrupts their present moment of safety and they react in either fight or flight. A bear will turn and attack and fight, and a deer will bolt the other way in flight. We respond in the same way, but here's the rub. Most of the time, in the heat of it, we don't even realize that the fight or flight response we're having is because we're feeling vulnerable. We react instinctively. There are definitely times when fight or flight is warranted, like the unbelievable action of a mother who fights for her child's life and can actually lift the car off of her child, or sensing danger in a dark alley and running the other way. But most of the time, it's not warranted and can cause more harm than good to ourselves and to others. This intense fight or flight response comes from a preconditioned feeling of being in danger or threatened in some way. Preconditioned in us from, you guessed it, our childhood. Someone says something and we take it as a personal attack. So we react in either fight or flight. If I were to tell you that you were the color blue, you would just laugh at me. You'd probably think I'd gone off the deep end, maybe be a bit annoyed that I would say such a thing, and just brush it off. A fight or flight response would not have been triggered because you know from the very core of you that you're not blue. There was no felt danger or threat to you. You don't feel vulnerable. But if I were to say you're stupid or indicate in some way that I thought you were, and deep down to the core of you, you doubted yourself on that level, it would trigger a fight or flight response. You would feel attacked, vulnerable, and respond instinctively, just like the bear or the deer. If that wasn't the case, you would laugh at it, maybe even be a bit annoyed that I would say such a thing, and just brush it off as easily as if I had just said that you were blue. The thing is, we don't realize why we respond, and often we blame others for why we react in a certain way. But the truth is, no one can cause us to react in any certain way. We choose to, although, I'll be honest with you, that choice may be subconsciously programmed. We are still choosing. This is the key. Realize that we're choosing and acknowledge where that choice is coming from. Is it coming from a wounded place within the subconscious, or is it coming from an empowered consciousness with a knowing of who you are and the truth about you? Bottom line, we always have a choice. However, in order to realize and consciously make a choice, we have to realize that we've just been triggered in the first place. I work with my clients helping them discover some of the unhealthy beliefs they hold about themselves, where those beliefs came from, and how it's still running their life today. And yeah, our beliefs about ourselves and our possibilities in the world run our lives daily. The first step is to move into awareness. Awareness is key in change. We have to be aware that when we're triggered and we feel vulnerable, it is because there's something within us that aligns with what was just said or implied. We feel the sting of it. It feels uncomfortably familiar and we don't like it. We react. We react in either fight or flight by going into battle or by withdrawing completely. Both of these responses give away our power and we lose control. And we feel even more vulnerable when that happens. So here's what I want you to do. Stop, drop, and roll. No, it's not a fire, but it might as well be. The next time someone says or implies something that gives you that gut-wrenching urge to go into battle or that gut-wrenching urge to close down, stop before you react and consciously recognize that you've just been triggered. What emotions are you feeling? What's under the emotion? If it's anger, what's under the anger? Drop. Drop back a bit and think about a time in your young life when you first remembered feeling those familiar gut-wrenching emotions. Who's in the picture? And what are they saying to you? How did you perceive what they were saying? And what belief about yourself did you buy into? Roll. Roll it over into keen awareness. Recognize the similarities between then and what's happening now, and then honor the root of this uncomfortable pain. This is when you want to tap. Tap on what you've discovered. Tap to rewire the emotional connection to this belief about yourself. Rewire the neurological response connected to it. And tapping can do just that. So start with the eyebrow with me and let's tap. I honor this pain. This thing I was taught about myself. This perception of me from long, long ago. I bought into it. I'm still buying into it. And what was just said just opened that wound in me again. I honor that. I choose to recognize this and change my belief. Change my response. I can't control what others say or do, but I can change what I say or do. I can change how I feel. And I choose joy. I choose change. I honor all that I am learning about myself and commit. Commit to evolving. Commit to evolving into complete and total joy. Tap until you feel lighter about it and the emotional charge has diminished considerably. From this place, you'll be ready to really go deeper and take a look at that old story, the belief that you've held. In my next training, the second video of a 3-part series, I'll be showing you how you can change a negative belief, rewire the response system, and incorporate into the subconscious the absolute truth about you and an empowering belief. Thank you for joining me today, you guys. I'm honored to have you in my Harmonic Living family and to bring you these videos. If you haven't signed up yet for the Monday morning shift, you can do that at harmoniclivingnow.com, and you'll get a free ebook on tapping that you can download as well, right at the moment you sign up. Watch your inbox for video 2, Revising Beliefs. And until then, you guys, go out there and make it your own.